Forgot to ask there.
My name is Peter from Hartford, Connecticut.
Hi, and you are?
My name is Ryland, and I am from Vancouver.
Oh, thanks for being here. You excited to be on the stage with these great actors?
Yes.
Okay, you guys, Caleb, you are the narrator.
Okay.
And you are sound designer guy.
I was actually here for this panel 2014.
What craziness to be? Is that when things?
That was with Star Wars.
Oh, that's when we
Raider,
that's when we did Pulp Fiction.
That was before I started doing all this work.
That was when I got fired. Well, we need more swearing in these, Justin.
I can do that.
Yeah, let's do it. That and pornography is what we need next year, right? Pornography and swearing. That's what we're doing here.
We'll go blue. It'll be great. It's fine.
All right, so are we good to go? Everybody got their scripts?
All right.
Are we all good? Is
So
everybody on
this is
this
for
one?
everybody again.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole grain.
This will be our last script, so come on up to the microphone, guy.
Yeah, and to give a little bit of context for what we're doing once again. So yeah, last year the Overwatch cinematic went really smoothly by just putting the wrong characters in the wrong spot, or the right spots, whatever. In this case, we are doing the Broken Shore cinematic with the wrong characters again. So this is a cinematic that was for Legion, in case anyone didn't see. How did you not see it if you didn't see this stuff? But yes, so this will be the Legion cinematic, wrong characters. And narrator guy, you got a lot of words, so good luck.
Then.
Are we all good to go?
There's Fearless Leader
Guy,
right
sound
there.
effects guy, everybody good? Okay, make sure you guys get tight in the mic too so we can all hear you. I think we got, let's do really good this time, guys, okay? All right, narrator guy, start us off.
The Broken Shore. Exit. The Broken Shore. Yeah. The darkened skies of the Forgotten Isles swarm with fell bats which screech as they swoop over the heads of the Horde's dark reaches. Black arrows pelt the fell bats, sending them hurrying out of the sky and crashing into the hellish battlefield below. The leader of the alliance, Tracer, blocks the Felgar's axe with her pistols before swiftly defeating it. She calls out to her allies.
Victory is ours! Hold fast!
I realized too late who was going to die now. But upon the ridge, victory is less assured to the Horde. Chromie fires sandblasts into the demons below to help Tracer, but an attack has taken out ETC and Thrall struggles to lift himself off the ground. Meanwhile, Dahaka fights on, brushing off the demon's attacks.
They are coming from behind. Cover the flank.
Without warning, Dahaka is speared in the stomach.
Ow! Damn it!
And his Essence Collection ability is on cooldown.
Oh no.
War Chief!
Dahaka snarls.
Snarl.
And he breaks the demon blade in two and slashes down his enemy, but his injuries are too great. He slumps down, falling in a slow motion. Chromie presses Z to summon her mount, just like Uther taught her in the tutorial, and rushes to Dahaka's aid.
Kiss me.
Below, the Alliance's fight continues. Fellbats screech and swoop as the Alliance battles a never-ending stream of demonic invaders. Tracer turns and addresses an orc in a giant robot suit.
Rhaegar, we finish this now! Call in the gunship!
Rhaegar flips down his wolf mask and begins fiddling with some knobs in the cockpit of his newly acquired mech.
Way ahead of you, sir. Transangulating our positions right now.
His arm transforms into a gun.
Awesome!
And he blasts a demon in the face. Tracer turns to her ally, who is impaling a demon over and over with his side blades.
Artanis! Artanis!
He keeps doing it. Artanis gives the demon one more swipe, just so the sound effects person has to say swoosh again. Whoosh. He turns around and says,
Push forward!
Alright. The demon bats continue to descend upon the Alliance. It's getting really annoying at this point. Tracer shoots a couple down in anger. Pew pew, pew pew.
And get Chromie's archers to clear the skies!
Artanis looks up towards the ridge, but is unable to see Chromie as he reaches Dahaka. She pulls him onto her horse, which is quite a feat for a gnome, even if they're also a dragon. Despite his pain, Dahaka tells her,
Do not let the Horde die this day. And by the Horde, I mean me.
Chromie struggles for a moment, but she sees the demons continue to swarm, and the Horde has all but fallen. She blows a horn. Not the one on her nose, like an actual air horn. Signaling the Valkyr to descend from the skies and save the Horde, Chromie rides off, bringing Dahaka to her ship. Tracer struggles to fight off the Fellbats, but hears the horn sound. Artanis and her look up to see the Horde archers disappear behind the cliff. Unaware of their defeat, her eyes widen.
No! She wouldn't!
Tracer makes a very sad face.
I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust a gnome. Short.
Finally, the Alliance gunship, the Skyfire, comes in and blows up everything that isn't friendly. Yet nothing is working. The demons continue to surge forth. Artanis pleads with Tracer.
Without the Horde will be overrun. We have to warp out of here.
Tracer looks up to see the demons crest over the ridge where the Horde once stood. They march from the portal before the Alliance, an unending legion.
Get everyone to the gunship!
Everyone fall back. Save the crochet pylons.
Tracer holsters her pistols and begins climbing up the rope ladder as Zool steps forward from the portal. He laughs evilly. As he raises his scythe and summons a meteor from the sky.
Incoming, hard to port.
The meteor crashes into the ground. Kaboom! Several crewmen fly off the side of the Skyfire. From the smoldering crater, a giant head reaches out, gripping onto the gunship. Tracer, still on the rope ladder, is swung wildly through the air.
Tracer, if you're going to take a hand, take mine.
Artanis reaches out to her, begging her to climb upwards. A crewman spins the wheel of the Skyfire, unable to free the ship from the demonic machine's infernal grip.
We can't break free.
The crewman slips off the side of the ship, doing a Wilhelm screech, bouncing off the Fell Reaver towards the ground. The Fell Reaver makes the Fell Reaver noise. Hopefully our sound effects person knows it or they're going to look really sheepish about right now. The Sheep of Doom, everybody. Give a round of applause. Artanis pleads once again to Tracer.
Tracer, Tracer.
Artanis stares at her for a moment. Shoot, hang on, went too far. Tracer has already realized what she has to do. There is no turning back, and only one way anyone escapes from this horrible place. She reaches up to Artanis, handing him a handwritten note.
Take this to my son.
Artanis stares at her for a moment, nodding. Then,
You have a son?
but Tracer cannot hear him. She leaps at the Fell Reaver, stomping on its goofy face and sending it into the ground as she shoots it over and over. Artanis calls out,
That was awesome! Go, go, go!
and the Skyfire turns away from the Fell Reaver as it explodes. Tracer lands safely. She is exhausted, but no matter how many demons Zool sends at her, she keeps killing them.
Pew pew, pew pew!
So Zool sends more, which she promptly shoots.
Pew pew, pew pew again!
Zool laughs evilly.
More pew pew, pew pew pew!
then sends even more demons that Tracer just keeps shooting down.
Shink, shink.
My paperclip fell off, so... Suddenly, Tracer is impaled through the chests by 2 blades.
Shink, shink.
She falls to the ground, dropping her pistols. Zul gloats as he steps up to her.
You will be remembered as the queen who sacrificed her life for nothing.
Tracer is defiant. Looks could kill. The one she gives Zul would be a mega kill.
For the Alliance!
Zul is enraged. He gathers magical power together in the palm of his hand, and as he slams it into Tracer's belly, she is filled, patented, with burning legion slime. She writhes in agony and yells while simultaneously exploding, because at Blizzard, we are masters of subtlety. Artanis does one of those quiet no things where he's obviously screaming, but all you hear is a whisper. No! As the ship flies away. Hours later in Orgrimmar, the cool city, the Horde gathers within the War Chief's hold. All of the most important people are there, including a non-specific adventurer who could be any race or class. Crummy stands in the doorway, blocking the light, but only like a little bit, because she's a gnome, and the door is pretty big. The door begins to close as she steps in. Dahaka sits in the seat of the War Chief, extremely casually for a guy who looks almost dead. He nods to Chromie.
Chromie, come forward.
Ew. War Chief, you don't look so good.
It's the lighting. The lower spirits say this will claim me soon.
The wound where he was impaled by the demon spear is grievous.
And gross too.
Yeah. Wrapped in bandages, it glows green with demonic corruption. Chromie looks away as she says,
Come on, tastes like chicken. Quiet. Ready, Dip?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Have any sauce? In the end, death claims us all. But the hordes will live on.
I have never trusted you, nor have I ever imagined in our darkest time that you would be the one to save us.
The others look at each other for a moment with a, yeah, it's kind of weird look, but they don't say anything for some reason.
The spirits have granted me clarity, a vision. They whispered a name. Many will not understand, but you must step out of the shadows and lead.
With the last of his strength, he says,
The lighting's still bad. No, I mean, you must be War Chief.
The music gets all summoned, and it seems like Chromie stands there staring at one spot for hours as everyone rustles around her, and she doesn't move. Seriously, it's kind of weird. Go watch the cinematic and pay attention to Sylvanas just staring there. What was she doing? Sorry, I got distracted. What's going on? Oh, right, BlizzCon. Anyways, Chromie stands before Haka's funeral pyre, which lights up the night sky, preparing to address the crowd that has assembled to honor their fallen war chief.
Dahaka is dead.
Mostly.
There's a little chunk there that's alive.
She looks over the assembled horde. Right here.
Who among you will avenge him?
The horde cheers. As Chromie goes back to looking at the fire, plotting. The end!
The end!